welcome you here today. I'm Reverend Rita, for those of you who don't know me, Reverend Rita, and this is Reverend Patrick, and we have Carrie and Michael, somewhere, Fox, who will be playing for us today. He's over there, wherever he is, they're playing for us today. So we want to welcome you, and before we start into our service, we are going to do our announcements. We do them before, and we're doing something different. We have invited Michelle LeMay. Where is she? Oh, there she is. I can't see anybody today. The Island reporter to do our announcements. So we have a different voice up here other than just me and Patrick droning on and on. So I'd like to welcome Michelle LeMay up.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Wow, we're filling up. We have so much going on here at CSL. Everything is also listed on the back of your program, so if you don't need to necessarily remember or take notes, you can take that home and plug everything into your calendar, into your mind, because I wanted to share a little bit that this morning I woke up feeling just having such a sense of community here. We went to see a movie and we saw so many of you there last night, and I've never really felt that anywhere. And I was on my way here sharing that with my husband, and it really was because we got involved. We started taking classes, we went to the different events, and what's great is that we get to choose how much we get involved. So with everything that I share, it's just something to keep in mind. And today's celebration after service is for the birthdays for July. We had many birthdays. We'll have cake after, and if you are in the room, I know some of the folks are members on the mainland, but if you're in the room, you can kind of wave so people who are new know who you are. And for birthdays in July, we have Reverend Jamie Klein, who was here about a month ago, I think, visiting. He's on the mainland. Robert McDougall, which I know I saw him walk in. Yay! Sola Radiance up here in the front. Yay. Then Reverend Suzanne Stover, I believe, nope, but Ron is here in representation. There we go. You can have 2 pieces of cake then. I think he's okay with that. Ray Holmes. And then Beverly Eager. I think Beverly's here. There you are. Yay. Joyce, what was that?
24.
Oh, again. 24 again. Okay. Fantastic. Joyce Shoemaker on the mainland. Lainey Clevenger. And Carrie Fox up here in the front. Yay! Are there any other July birthdays? Didn't make the list. Omarosa, that's right, July 4th. Yay! Fabulous. Anybody else? All right, so we'll be celebrating directly after service with cake in the back. The other item out back, well, there's several items in the bookstore, but one I'd like to talk about is the Science of Mind magazine. It is for sale out back, and it has daily reader. It's part of my daily spiritual practice, so there's something every day that you can read. And then also Anna Myers does a monthly meeting. Oh, and there's some beautiful flowers coming in from Loya. She does a spiritual living circle where they take an article out of this magazine and they share about it. So that happens up in Princeville. It's still happening this month already. It's I shouldn't say already, but on Wednesday, which is still July, which it's going to shift over. So a lot of people are already in August, but July 29th at 3, there is a sign up in the back so that she knows how many people are coming for that. But the Science of Mind magazine is really great to kind of take what we learn here on Sundays and bring it into our week. And then Lolita, I did see Lolita. Where is she? Oh, right there in the yellow. Wave your hand so everybody knows you, Lolita. She is celebrating her birthday in August and is inviting everyone, and she's quite serious, everyone to her birthday celebration, which will be next Sunday, the 2nd, at 1 o'clock at Sun Village. And something else she's very clear about also is that it's just us. She just wants us to show up. No cards, no lays, no gifts. And it's not a potluck, which is very unusual. Yeah. But it's not a potluck. There'll be poo-poos provided and games. And she really just wants us to come and celebrate life and play games. Yeah. So that's next Sunday at 1 o'clock. And if you're not, if you're not sure where Sun Village is, it's behind Wilcox Hospital. And it's in the community center part. They have a big, beautiful room that is going to be available for that. CSL, we are still looking for a new home, and now we currently have a fact sheet that is located out back. So what they did is some brainstorming to have specifics to help us know what to look for, to give ideas and recommendations to the reverends to find a new home. So if you are interested or even just want to help hold the vision of what they're looking for, the fact sheets are out back. They were also passed out last week when we were arriving. And then in regards to that and wanting to uphold the vision, on the 9th, they're going to have directly after service just a discussion where we can get involved and what we're wanting to and help the reverends to manifest, because it's really for all of us, so for all of us to manifest the future growth of CSL. So that is on the 9th, directly after service. And then also on the 9th, they are going to have the 2nd annual Sermon by the Sea, which is a reading on the beach of the greatest messages from Ernest Holmes. And that is going to be a potluck and drumming, and I believe Kaua'i?
No,
Lidgate, okay.
Sacred site.
By the sacred site at Lidgate. Okay, perfect. And then just a few more things. Out back, there is a photo album that Ron Stover has created. He was the photographer who did all the photos for the birthday party. A couple weeks ago, we celebrated our 2nd year anniversary and birthday, and Ron was there taking photos, so there's lots of us who are featured there. You can order them. There's order sheets, and just talk to Ron. If you could raise your hand, he's out back, holding space out back next to Omarosa, so you can let him know if you want to order some of those photos or if you just want to take a look and enjoy them. And last but not least, we are now live streaming. Spread the word to those who, spread the word to those who come somewhat regularly, because they can still tap in. People on the mainland, people who come visit, just spread the word. It is just super easy to do. They always send out a link on Facebook on their page, but also anybody can go directly to the website, which is cslkauai.org, and click. It's really simple. You can do it on your phone, you can do it on iPad, computer, any way that you want, you can. All right, well, thank you everybody for your kind attention. Enjoy the service.
That was so awesome. Thank you. Oh, yay.
She's hired. That was her audition for CSL Kaua'i, and she just, do we like it? Yeah.
Okay, so before we go into our meditation, we are going to ask Janice for us to take our children out, and we're going to sing our little song. I think we have a few children here today. We have Kaua'i and two new
You guys
children.
want to join me up here?
Yeah, coming up.
Come on.
Do you mind to go the other way where there's not so many wires, okay?
Yeah.
Try to get
Yeah,
over
just
here.
come around
We'll go out this way too, so we.
Yeah, we'll start
And
the
just
song.
because we want to make sure we get names correctly, let's have a few of them. We know Kaua'i, yes. That's Kaua'i.
And our new children?
I'm Celine.
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 I'm Gianna.
Gianna. All right.
And they are new on the island just about 3 weeks now, yeah? And there's the parents over there. So welcome. Okay, Janice?
Okay, and our little blessing goes like this. It'll be, you are walking as the light, as the light, as the light.
You are walking as the light of God.
We can add love.
You are walking as the light, as the love, as the love. You are walking as the love of God.
Isn't that just perfect? The clip. Oh, no. Oh my, no, that is so beautiful. And thank you for bringing your consciousness and your children here. And that's great. Okay, so since we're in the emotional realm here, I wanted to make an announcement to our family, our wonderful Ohana here. And over the weekend, a couple of things have occurred. And for those of you who do not, and especially if you're new, we have his name, Sean, or Atmosphere, or Darshan. And we know him by many names. And he made his transition on Saturday. And, oh well, yeah, it doesn't matter. About Friday, or I think it was Saturday actually. And so it's been trickling out, but as I wanted to make sure that we as a family, as Ohana, come together, the details are not that important at this moment. But what is important, what is very important, is that we get rid of that music that I was going to do on 0. But I'm multitasking. But in this moment, humor, let me just tell you, Sean, interestingly enough, why it's so close to my heart is because he was the first person or second person that I met in my classes, so of the 4 agreements in Princeville. And him and Papa Joe were there. So what I wanted to do today, besides announce it, because I thought it would be best that we all at least could have it together, is to celebrate. And I know that that does not take away grieving. Please be clear about that. But what I do know about atmosphere is that atmosphere is not gone. That young man that walked through those doors with Papa Joe, who needs our love as a family right now. Papa Joe is who really we can support. What I know is that man that walked through that door is here right now. And it is wondrous, and it is beautiful, and it is life-affirming. So have your tears, have your feelings, but let us not forget to celebrate. Celebrate a life that has not ended, but has begun anew. And so the communication I know we can have is that understanding of not looking at what he was last week in the men's group, for instance, but what he is now. And that is a part of each and every one of us. So here we are as family, celebrating that. I honor your feelings, I honor that, but I also honor Sean Darshan, atmosphere, right here, right now, who's a part of all of us. And details to follow. Rita and I will be seeing Papa Joe after service today. And so we will keep you informed of where there will be a celebration. We don't want to go before the family and have anything until we get permission from the family. There you go. And so that's what families do they not? They share the things. We share our joys. We share our times of grieving. And that's what Ohana does. And thank you. Whether or not you are here for the second time, or if you've been here for a long time, thank you for being this Ohana. So, back on the track of where you're at, in case you don't know.
We are going to call Malia up right now for our meditation.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Malia is one of our practitioner students, and she's going to lead us in our meditation and the lighting of the peace candle.
Is it okay if we do the Akal chant for him?
Sure, for.
Let's do the lighting of his candle
Okay.
for him. Let's do it for him.
Yes.
Right? So knowing that peace resides, because that's what God is, and that's what Darshan, atmosphere, Sean, however we knew him, is that peace. That peace.
And this is great, we're doing it before
Yes.
meditation,
Yes.
so we can take our...
In the tradition of Kundalini Yoga, we always do a chant. It's just one word that we do when someone leaves this earth plane. It's called Akal. I will do it once and then we'll all do it together. And it's just so simple and it sounds like this. Akal. And that's it. It's just very simple. And we're just sending him our best wishes. That's all we're doing. So let's just start off by inhaling deeply and we'll do the Akal. I'd like to invite everyone just to close your eyes and just revel in the moment and have this time for quiet. I'd like to invite everyone to take a really deep breath, inhaling deeply, holding the breath for a few seconds, exhaling completely. Let's do this 2 more times together. Inhaling deeply. Hold. Exhale. And 1 more on your own. Today I'd like to read a quote from Yogi Bhajan. He's the one who taught me the Akal chant. It goes like this. Understand one thing. Within lives the most calm, serene lake of wisdom, the most beautiful, powerful pond of kindness, compassion, and clarity. Let us understand and let us dive into it within ourselves. So let's just continue with our meditation, knowing that we are protected, supported by the chair, and we are in a safe place to relax. Thank you. Starting to come back to the room. Understand one thing. Within lies most the calm, serene lake of wisdom, most beautiful, powerful pond of kindness, compassion, and clarity. Let us understand and let us dive into it within ourselves. So it is.
What I know from this place, this calm lake of understanding, that all the answers to all the questions that there are right within us. I know that because I know there is one power, one source, one great wisdom that is all that there is, that resides within each and every one of us, that is who we are at all times. We can call on it. We can allow it to just breathe and live through us and release all those heavy burdens that we carry and just allow Spirit to carry us through all the time. And I know this power, this wisdom, this light, this energy, this source, we bring it here with us, each of us, in our own individual way today, to this beautiful thing called celebration service, this spiritual time together. And I know we just let it out and enjoy this time and know that we are together, we are Ohana, we are here right now and nowhere else. And that each of our lives is unfolding in all its perfection in every single solitary moment. So knowing this and knowing that our service unfolds perfectly, I just am grateful. Grateful for this time we have. Grateful for life itself. Grateful for the demonstration of my word as I release it as law into law, knowing it is done, as we say as one. And so it is now. Thank you, Malia, for that. That was
Yes,
just
thank
absolutely
you, Malia.
beautiful. Thank you, Michael and Carrie, for the wonderful
I
music.
also wanted to take just a moment that I wanted to divide it up, just because I know we're going through a lot, but someone else that needs to be mentioned this weekend also is Scott Sims, who's on the island that most everyone does know. And I just wanted, as we continued our celebration, to let you know that he has transitioned this weekend as well. And this is good that we're together. Just let you know right here, this is a good thing that we're here, as Rita said in her treatment, that there's a foundation that we get to call upon that does not leave us, that is right here and right now. So let us continue to celebrate life as we do that here. So,
And
welcome again.
Yes. And I did just want to mention that there is a lot of support in this room.
Yes.
Different people are here today. Reverend Paul is here. Where is she? I'm not seeing people today. Just seeing you all as one.
I gotta
as
go
lights.
with some nearsighted
And
glasses.
Carla Janae is here, and I see Jeffrey Pierce back there is here, and others that can support us at this time. So just know that they're here with us
Absolutely.
in case you need it later.
And not just
Okay.
here, all through the week.
All
We're a 24/7, as we say, spiritual gas station, and we are always ready to fuel you up when you need it. So just remember that.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about Science Lunch, just in case if you're here for the first time and wonder
Yeah.
what we're doing here today.
So if you're here for the first time, you are in a Center for Spiritual Living, which is a part of a larger organization called Centers for Spiritual Living that is a global spiritual community that believes one thing, and that is, it's really simple, is that this power in this universe, this source of all, this amazing energy, we can call it whatever we want, God, it doesn't really matter what we call it, it's one thing, and it's right where we are. That's the simplicity of our teaching. It's right where we are it. As we look into each other's eyes, we are looking into the eyes of God, into the eyes of spirit, into the eyes of light. We are spirit. And that is the simplicity of our teaching, and that we have within us this power. We have this power that we can use with our minds, with our hearts, to create the lives and the experiences that we want to create by thinking from that place. That's as simple as it gets. And we are all one. So welcome today. And if you are here for the first time, can you raise your hand for the very first time? Is there anyone?
First, anyone?
Wow. The room is getting crowded with just
Wow.
us. Okay. All right. Well, okay. But we know what we
So
want
there
to
was
say.
that present you were going to get. There we go. And, laughter is a good thing. Just humor is a good thing. I remember Atmosphere used to always say he looked forward to it, as I was talking to John, that ability to cry and laugh at the same time is just a gift that we give to ourselves. So whatever it is, just express it fully. So, since we don't have to tell anyone else who we are, we'll just tell ourselves who we are. Right? This will be the first time, just so you'll know, that we didn't have to say you are. I want to make sure no one's sneaking around. No. Okay, there we go. So, who are we? I am magnificent. What do we? Say it again. I am magnificent. Now grab or go to that part and he'll grab people next to you and just tell them how magnificent they are. That's it. I know Cindy's magnificent.
You two are
Wow. Yeah, people have like their calendars out. They're making like plans and stuff. This is very, scheduling into meeting times, lunch. Yeah, love it. Yeah, we are magnificent.
All right.
So, and I know two people that are very magnificent and they're going to have our opening song for us.
Yeah, let's do it.
That'd be Carrie Michael. Oh, that is Papa Joe. Thank you for, that's Papa Joe right there.
Let's
That's
hold him in our
my
hearts
job.
today
Let's hold
as we
him in our
sing.
hearts. Thank you, Michael.
So our opening song, hello. If you look in your program, it's called Aloha Aina. It's a song that Michael and I wrote. We were able to work at the Kaua'i Academy for Creative Arts this summer with a few amazing children. And so this is a song that we wrote there that can transition all ages. And so we just wanted to run through it really fast before we sing. So just the first
So if
part
you want to
we're
get
gonna
up,
do-
it might be a nice time
Yeah,
to
go ahead and
stretch
stand
out.
up.
Yeah.
And so it's a really fun song. The first part we'll sing. The first part is call and response, and then we all come in with the Aloha Aina part. So the first part is if we go Aloha, 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 together, Aloha Aina. You guys got it. Let's go for it. 1, 2, ready, go. Aloha, Aloha, And all together, it goes like this.
That was great.
Thank you. You're always bringing us a nice surprise.
I just love that. I love all the just differences and bringing new things in. And I love the fact that we had Michelle doing the announcements and Malia. It just really makes me feel like our center is just growing. Now we have new children. It's so great. It's such a great thing to know we have this one big, beautiful family. Okay, so we have something special again happening today, which is we had a Science of Mind Foundations class, and we have two special people, Nona Morgan and Amorosa de Gracia, who completed that class of 10 weeks. And we want to honor them today, give them their certificates, so they can come on up. Come on up.
And this is great because we had more in the class, but things as they happen developed this way. And here's our pioneers, our spiritual warriors. We call ourselves thrivers, not survivors.
So just,
Yes, Amorosa. And just FYI, their final projects were out of this world. And we even ordered the book for the kids that you gave us.
Yeah, we did order that book. Yes, it was great.
So let's give them a wonderful round of applause.
Thank you.
All
right.
You know, it's dedication when you put everyone, when you put in weeks of your time, and those are hours of your precious life that you invested in yourself. And that's the thing we always have to remember. The investment is in yourself always. So there you go.
Yes, we have a saying in our boot camp that we started at KLA Beach is that you do the work. It comes from James Mellon. You do the work and you live the results. But you have to do the work. And the work is so much fun.
Yes.
It can be. If we look at it that way. Anyway, so we'll save that for later. Okay, so we have some beautiful music from Michael and Carrie right now. So let's just go with that.
And this next song is a song called One Voice, honoring the inner light and higher self that lies within each and every one of us.
was beautiful. Did you say you wrote that? Oh my God. Wow. Give her another hand. I love it. And I'm thinking, I was just reading some things. If you don't know that Ernest Holmes was the founder of religious science and science of mind that we practice, and I've been reading some of his essays and stuff, and oh my God. But one of the things he said was there was no like one religion that was the religion, that there was only all this spirituality and all these great teachers and all these great religions and all this wonderful wisdom in the world, and nobody owned spirituality and nobody owned God and nobody owned anything, that God could only be known through each and every one of us in our own individual way. And so we never exclude anything from this teaching. Just we're open at the top, each of us. And for me, open at the top means that we're open to expand our minds in any moment, to know more, and to allow ourselves to know more, and know more of spirit, and live more of spirit, and live more of that power. And my only thing is that anything that stands away between me and God, because I am God, God is me, God is you, and that divine intuition comes through us each individually. Nobody can know God except through themselves. That's it. I can stand up here every Sunday and say something in Patrick and go to all the great teachers, but finally it has to come through your own mind, your own heart. So through this whole experience of life and atmosphere, bringing even more of that to my mind this week, I understand that life is a journey, that it's not like some perfect thing wrapped up in a bow that we get to just smile through. But we're not challenge-free in life. We're not things are there to be our teachers. It's like we're in this big school, and we're not challenge-free, but we also have everything within us to meet every challenge. And the more we'll open up to knowing that, the more we'll, and I some of the things that Atmosphere would say in class, and he was so profound. He knew so much. And I'm just not surprised that he's spreading his wings now and flying. He knew so much about that thing within us, that voice that speaks within us, that gentle voice. It's a quiet voice. Somebody was just talking before we came in about someone else hearing that voice. It's gentle and it speaks from within us. It's not like a loud screaming voice, and it's always loving. It's always loving. And we can call on this anytime it's there. I was remembering this week when I had torn the retina in my eye, and I was denying it for a long time, and I just was so scared, and I didn't know what was going on with me. And then finally I brought it to Patrick one day, and he's like, What? I didn't know. He's like, we're in an emergency room right now. So the first thing we did was we did a spiritual mind treatment. And I'm going to tell you, when you come from the place that you know that everything's unfolding perfectly no matter what, there was a calmness that came over me in that moment when I felt so challenged, a calmness that I knew that every step I took, that God was going with me, in me, as me, and was directing the journey. And that never ends. That journey never ends. And every moment of that experience, I could feel it. I was led to the exact right people. The exact right people showed up. It's just like everything happened, and we all are capable of that if we listen to that voice within us, that loving, beautiful, amazing voice that is coming from that place that we are. We're not doing anything ourselves. That's another thing. We get into the place of willpower where we think that we're doing our lives ourselves, or we're trying to do our lives ourselves, and it gets so exhausting. I was just talking to somebody yesterday, somebody very close to me, who said, I'm so tired. And I wanted to say, that's because you're trying to do it all yourself instead of just letting go. And I can't do it for you. Like I said, that place has to come from within you. And I can only be an example. I can only be a light. I can only be my own self and live these principles the best way I can. And then just talk to you about it. And you can talk to me about your experiences, and we can share it, and we can be strong for each other. And when things like this happen, these life challenges that we face, that we know that we have, not just we have ourselves first of all, but we also have the community, like Patrick said. People ask me, how do I get from here to there? Like they just don't believe it or whatever. I don't know. I know there's nobody in this room like that, but I'm going to say it anyway. And the only way we can get from here to there is by realizing that there is here and starting from where we are. Like, nothing's going to happen. It doesn't happen like that. It happens from where we are. It's like we have to take a mental leap of not seeing things as they are. That's why that quote, judging not by appearances, is so important. Because what we've been conditioned to do is to look at the outside and think that's what is going to continue to be or is real. Now, yeah, it's real because we're experiencing it. But it's not real from the spiritual sense of behind it is spirit. It's one thing. Spirit and matter are one thing. But spirit is the one that's in charge. So if we can create within ourselves the mental equivalent of what it is, if we can look at this experience with atmosphere, let's just say, from a spiritual standpoint, and really sit in that, we will be blessed with the intuition and the knowing of what's really going on. Like this morning, I was writing in my blog, and all of a sudden I got this idea that we can't see people that have passed because we're trying to find them the way that they were. Like, we're looking for them the way that they were. And then I was remembering, like in the Bible, the story of Mary Magdalene when she was looking for Jesus in the tomb, and they go, don't look for him here, he's risen, right? And then she was walking down the road and she saw this guy and she didn't know it was him because she was looking for him as he was instead of feeling him in her heart. And as soon as she felt him in her heart, there he was. So I think when we're trying to connect with somebody that has passed, that we need to look for them for that essence that we loved them for, that essence that we knew them as, and they'll be right there. I really believe that, and I feel that with my dad all the time. So, yeah, getting here and then looking out from here, from this highest place, and it's not something maybe that happens instantaneously, like where there's so much commotion on the outside, we've been so programmed or domesticated, as Don Miguel Ruiz said, that we're so used to it. But we have to just keep persevering. We just have to keep doing it, and we are blessed. We will be blessed. We are blessed. We'll just realize that we're blessed. That's what grace is, right? It's there all the time. I talked about that last week. So Ernest Holmes wrote, "Just keep right on knocking at the doorway of your consciousness." Keep right on knocking at the doorway of your consciousness until every no becomes a yes, every negation an affirmation, every fear a faith. You cannot fail if you remain steadfast. Finally, the fetters of bondage will drop from you. You will walk out of your self-imposed prison only to discover that the door was never really locked and the windows were not actually barred. You were bound merely by the chains of unbelief. So that's what this is about. It's about opening up to the more being the more in here, and listening to that voice, listening to that still calm voice that's there for us no matter what. So I want to invite a special person up here to bring this home even further. I'm very blessed to have Sharon West here today, a wonderful spiritual teacher. And here we have a little baby. And she's going to sing a beautiful song with me that actually was a song that was Patrick's and my song when we got married, which, yeah, and it says it all. And it talks a lot about spirit being here always. So here we go. And thank you, Carrie, for playing it for us. Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around.
Nothing's gonna harm you, no sir, not while I'm around.
Demons are prowling everywhere nowadays.
I'll send them howling, I don't care. I've got ways.
No one's gonna hurt you, no one's gonna dare.
Others can desert you, not to worry, whistle, I'll be there. Demons will prime you with a smile for a while,
But in time, nothing can harm you, not while I'm around.
being close and being clever
Ain't like being true. I don't need to, I would never hide a thing from you. Like some.
Nothing's gonna hurt you.
No one's gonna hurt you. No one's gonna dare.
No one's gonna dare.
I will dare.
Others can desert you.
I will not desert you.
Not to worry, whistle, I'll be there. Demons will harm you with a smile for a while,
But in time,
nothing can harm you.
nothing can harm you.
Not while
So just remember that nothing's gonna harm you, not while that I inside you is around. You can count on it. Namaste.
Thank you. Mahalo, mahalo. Well, I was debating whether or not to say anything, but you know how far that went. This song always makes me want to cry, but it makes me feel that very childlike within myself, like a lullaby. Because I think that everyone wants to hear that nothing's going to harm you, not while I'm around. Nothing's going to harm you. No, sir, not while I'm around. Demons are prowling everywhere, those demons in our mind, in our experiences that we think are happening. No one's going to hurt you. No one's going to dare. Others will desert you. Not to worry. I'll be there. And so this morning, I was thinking about the idea that we all want to be safe. I know that no matter what your childhood was, there's still that part of you that just says, you take care of this, please. I just want to go to sleep. And I've done that before in treatments when I've been with someone. I said, I got an idea. Why don't you go to sleep? I'll take this one. And let me treat for you and let me be there for you. and let me know. And they said, well, you don't understand because you know what I'm going through. And I said, exactly, that's why I'm the one knowing it for you. I'm not in there with you. And yesterday I was visiting a friend, and we started talking about the inner child. And when I woke up this morning, I thought, I still didn't really have a talk. I know that would be hard for any of you to believe. But I still was not sure. And then it came loud and clear. I asked, what do I need to know? What do I need to remember? And I remember doing a lot of inner child work in the 80s and 90s. Actually, as I've told you before, I think I was born in the self-help section of the store, because I was just like, kind of like, why am I here? Well, you're two. I would not wait for you to figure that, take some time. But I remembered that idea of going in and really having dialogue with my child. And it's not something separate from me. And we got in this wonderful conversation. And I remember something that happened to me, that when I did this work, I had details, once again, are not important because they'll just be my story, and half of them are made up anyway. So here's the deal. Some unpleasant situations, and what I realized after I'd left home and left out and I got through it. I realized that I had left somebody behind, and it was that little boy that was still fighting a war that had been over. And I remember doing this wonderful, wonderful, and I made this all up myself, and that's because I was born in the self-help section, and it just kind of came naturally for me. And I remember taking a helicopter, because, I like dramatic movie making in my mind, and I flew back to that little 5-year-old, and I picked him up, and I swooped in, and I grabbed him, and I brought him home. Because he was still fighting a war that was over. And I had forgotten that part of myself. And so this was a really great reminder yesterday for me, that there is this part of ourselves that is wanting to be nurtured and loved. And as I've told many times, Rita and I've talked about this, sometimes we have to go to that part of ourselves and take the hand of that part of us, that young part of us, and say, it's okay. I remember another part of my work that I did in my 80s and 90s is that I went and I had that dialogue. You remember the automatic writing type stuff? You ask a question, then it comes back to you, and it's really yourself talking to yourself. And I said to my child, what do you want me to know? And it said so loud and clear, what do you want to tell me? And it said, I don't trust you. And I went, how dare you? No, I didn't say that. I said to myself, wow. Yeah, we had to break that up just a little bit. So here's the thing. So I said, I don't trust you. And I really explored that. And it didn't trust me because I made agreements that I broke. Then I know nobody here has done that, but that's why I'm talking about it. Because I realized some agreements that my little boy wanted to have happen, and I said I would do it. It's like the parents. Can we go here? Can we go here? Well, we'll see how it works out, And so I went, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you don't trust me. And all that was a message from my higher self, my being, that said, it's time to trust. And as we've been talking about all morning long, there's a place that you can go, that you can trust, that you can say, I need help. I'm scared, I'm this, I'm happy, and it's right there for us. And it's really one. This isn't a little boy, so you don't have to worry I don't have multiple personalities. I'm not talking to... I also had a teenager that grew up that I communicated with too that was getting me in all kinds of chaos. And I was, a 40-year-old. So it's really not good. So if you ever really look at one another, sometimes there's that part of us that's acting out because we never went in and just said, by the way, You can trust me. And I think that's where we're at with Spirit. Guess what? You can trust me. Yeah, but no, I don't think you heard me correctly. You can trust me. I don't care what you did in your past. I don't care what agreements you broke. I don't care. But I do care about one thing. I care about you. And that's that voice that I go to now, that I just am able to just land in and land from. So, today's quite a day. Quite a day. It also says, demons will charm you with a smile for a while, but in time nothing can harm you. That's all we're asking for, is safety, and it's not out there. The only safety we're ever going to feel is inside. That when we finally say, you know what, I can handle it. I can handle it. And I may cry through it. I may get angry through it. I may even, can we say this? Bitch through it. Complain through it. Except if you're in boot camp, this is no complaining week, so you're not able to do that. But that idea that we can, whatever it is, you'll come out through the other end. So I invite us today to take that part of us, that little part of us that might still be having a few temper tantrums, that may be saying, I don't trust you, and go further back to the first cause, the actual cause of life itself, that says, that is pure energy, that says to you, nothing is going to harm you. Not while I'm around. And that's what you'll be saying to yourself. Nothing's going to harm you. Not while I'm around. You can trust me. I love you. Namaste.
Let's just take a deep breath. Let's breathe. This has been wonderful. Very wonderful. So this is our time of giving, of sharing our consciousness, our wealth, our just giving. And knowing that this giving goes to good use at all times at the Center for Spiritual Living Kaua'i, and that it goes out into the world, where we are a tithing center, and 10% of what you give us goes back out. So we thank you in advance for sharing with us and being with us today, and just being who you are and what you are.
Enter
Yes.
into this for just a second. We had this talk the other day about the law of circulation. It was with the same person I was visiting. And we were talking about that whole idea of circulating, giving and receiving. So even if there's nothing going in the basket, I want there to be a receiving and a giving. And that means, because see, if it only is one way, then it's not the circle of life. So please, many people, put your hand over that basket and give us your consciousness, your energy, and money too. I mean, empty the wallet out if you want to. But what I'm saying is the most important thing is that there is a giving and a receiving. You came here today and you gave of yourself and you received. And that's what this is all about. This is what we can do. So, holding you back no further.
Let's read our affirmation. It's in the program. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. If it is evidence of my conviction that God is the source, the substance of my supply, I give freely today, knowing it returns to me abundantly. Yes.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful.
I am so grateful. I am grateful not just for what's in this basket, but for everything, what this basket represents, which is consciousness, which is love, which is God in action, which is spirit, which is all that is good. And I know that everything in this room goes forth from here to heal and prosper this island called Kaua'i, this earth, this beautiful planet Earth, and all its people. I know that we are that thing, that vibration of energy that goes from here to heal and to bless. So with this gratitude in my heart for all that is, I just release my word as law, knowing it is done, as we say as one. And so it is now.
Our kids are coming in as I have my Lion King moment.
Yes, are they coming in? Okay,
yes,
there they are. Let's wait till they all get here. Yay.
Uh-oh.
Do they have anything to say to us, Janice?
Oh,
Oh.
there's the other kid. Wow.
Wow.
All the kids are going to go, wow, that was a big kid that just came.
Janice, do you have anything for us to say to us? What?
I think Kaua'i said that you could announce.
Oh, good. Come on in, you guys.
Kelly is our youth leader.
For now.
For now.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Kelly. I'm not.
You have something to say about what you did?
Oh,
No?
yeah.
Oh, he says no.
I
So
thought you
what we
did.
did today is we talked about when if we felt a little sad, we can always think about something that makes us glad, because it rhymed, and then we've made a list of things we like and things that made us happy, and just practice talking about them. So maybe everyone can say one thing that they like that makes them happy. One thing that makes you happy.
Cats. My family makes me happy.
Good answer.
My sister.
You guys are wonderful. I love my cats too. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Let's give them
Let's give her a hand of applause. Okay, you can go back to your parents now. They're waiting for you.
That's
Thank you.
it's so funny because Kaua'i is our leader, is our youth leader, and but this must be very new because there's like other people involved. there's nothing better than being the leader, right?
Yeah.
But then we have other people we're sharing with. That's good.
So
Welcome.
our first thank you goes out to Janice for holding our children in her heart. Thank you. Yay. And to Michelle, our island reporter, for doing that wonderful job with the announcements. Oh, yay! And to Malia for doing such a beautiful meditation. Thank you so much. And to Carrie and Michael for just gracing us with their presence and the beauty of their music. And just thank you so much from our hearts to yours. And to Sharon, who I think had to leave because she goes to her group called The Gathering, which meets at 10:30. In case anyone's interested, it's a beautiful group. You can talk to Roseanne more about it if you want to know, because I know she goes to it sometimes. Anyway, so she had to leave, but I thank her so much for being here with us and sharing her definite aloha, beautiful spirit with us. And thank you to all the people. Well, Kelly, where are you? Kelly was standing there with the camera, holding it up in the air for all that time, and I was like, why is he doing that? Are you okay?
Why he doesn't have the tripod? These are things we're doing well.
Yeah, these things are right.
And I said, he doesn't want anybody to walk in front of him.
You know what? Kelly's always holding everybody up, and thank you, Kelly, for holding us up today, as you always do. Thank you. And to your lovely Jeanette, and just to all of you. And thank you, Karen, for coming and assisting us in setting up, and Michelle and Ron, who always help us to break down and to set up too, and they're here. And to oh God, there's so many. And to Rob, I want to say, Rob, thank you for getting the live streaming up, and he worked on it so hard this week. He was behind the computer, I know, a lot of hours to make sure that it worked this week and to make sure that we move forward. And he's ordered the stuff. It's called, what is it called?
Black Magic.
Oh, the Black Magic box. It's going to help us to attach the camera.
It'll start rumors here at Kaua'i.
Yeah, we know what song we're going to be singing. What is it, Rhonda? Oh, Black Magic has me. Yeah, no.
Wow. But let's not forget Katie.
And Katie.
Katie and Stephanie, who's going to be at the bookstore, and Deb, who's a greeter as well.
Yeah, Katie, thank you for taking over the greeters. She took it over like a volunteer coordinator position, so she makes sure that we have greeters every week, and thank you for that, and for Deborah and Stephanie for stepping up. Yeah, and Loya, where are you?
Loya.
There you are.
There you are.
And the flowers that Loya brought us. And last week, we know at the birthday celebration, was that last week? It feels like it was years ago.
No, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it was 2 weeks ago, okay, when she brought all those amazing flowers with, thank you.
And our last Jabba, welcome Reverend Paula and Cindy.
Yeah, thank you.
They were on island for a while, and I saw you walk in, I went, there's Reverend Paula. So welcome. And like we said, if there's anything has come up, we have our box that you can write out something that you need affirmation on, or if something has definitely, especially with everything that's been going on today, I'm just volunteering, Reverend Paula, but
and Jeffrey's here.
Cindy, both of them will be here to stand in consciousness for you if something's come up. We have plenty of areas around here, and we're always here, and we have just everybody. So just don't feel alone today.
Yes,
Okay.
don't feel alone. All right.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Is that it?
I think we're ready.
Will we sing happy birthday?
Oh,
We
we forgot all about the cake. Okay, yes, thank you. Can we sing happy birthday? All right.
No, they're going to sing no. We cannot sing happy birthday.
Right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, it's time to get in the circle. It's time to sing our closing song, and it's time to eat cake.
So our closing song is Heal the World by Michael Jackson. There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place could be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find that there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll feel there's no longer sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make a better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me.
And what I know is that we have made a place here today, a place of healing, a circle of love. We have come here on purpose, and this purpose has been fulfilled. We remember who and what we are, and that there is this presence, this divine presence that we can count on in every moment that is running through each and every one of us. That is who we are. That is our true identity. And all of our feelings, they are the feelings of the divine, and we honor them. We honor them, we are them, and we just know that there is a foundation that we can trust, that nothing can harm us, not while Spirit is around and within, and as each and every one of us. My heart is full. I can feel the fullness of this ohana, of this family, of this community that is expanding and is growing and is just making itself known from this wonderful vibratory energy of love. Mahalo. mahalo, mahalo. As we release it from the law of our being, my being right here says yes to life. And we remember our wonderful, wonderful atmosphere and Scott, and we say thank you for sharing your God energy with us. Now we know that there is no time, there is no space in the mind of God. We release it, we let it go, we let it be, as together we say, and so it is.
Everyone together, here we go. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me. Heal the world we live in all together. Save it for our children. Heal the world we live in. Save it for our children. Heal the world we live in. Save it for our children.
Yes, this requires something sweet